Hello everybody, I'm Steven from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing Episode 3, Chapter 11, The Heiress. This was a really good episode. This will be my spoiler-free section, but yeah, this episode was fantastic. We see the Mandalorian arrive at, I believe the planet's called Trask. It's like kind of almost like a water planet, or at least the section they're on, it looks like it is. And we see basically that, the Mandalorian lands there, reunites the frogs, and then he goes through and tries to get information on other Mandalorians. And there's some twists that they put in here that I was like shocked at. I was like, what the heck is happening here? I'm like, holy crap. Like this is crazy if they really do what they're doing. And it was really good. The whole thing. The action sequences in it were good. The cinematics were fantastic. Everything looked amazing. You had action scenes. You had the acting was good. What he has to go through to get the information was extremely good. It was definitely good storytelling. This picked up the pace a little bit more than the last two, which it should be. You're hitting your third episode now, so it should start picking up the pace a little more as it goes along, to build up to the season finale. But yeah, he basically has to go through a lot more stuff in this one to get the information, and again, there's twists and turns that are crazy. But he ends up, at the end getting the information, and he goes on to his next adventure. So that was my spoiler-free review. So I'll be getting into the spoilers right now in 3, 2, 1. So this episode was crazy good. I'm not going to spoil like the people that are in it per se, because if you haven't seen this yet, please go watch it first. But basically, yeah, the Mandalorian arrives on Trask. He reunites the frogs. They take him to like a tavern where they say he can get information on other Mandalorians. So he speaks to this guy who's like, "Oh yeah. I know somebody. You'll charter this boat and you'll go and find him." So they get on this boat, and that's when they're talking about what the heck is the creature's name? A Mammacore, I believe it is. And they're like, "Oh, have you ever seen one feed? Check it out." And they throw Baby Yoda in. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? I was like, no way are they going to do something crazy like that. So Baby Yoda gets eaten. And I was blown away. I was like, wait, what? And so Mando's trying to get the child out, basically, Baby Yoda. And 3 Mandalorians come and rescue them. And he starts asking them, being like, "Oh, I was looking for you guys, others, Mandalorians." And they take off their helmets. And he, of course, is like, "Well, where did you get that armor?" And they're like, "He's one of them." And he's like, "Wait, what?" And the leader is like, "You're a child of the Watch." You're basically, the Watch is a bunch of zealots who are Puritans. They want to have a pure Mandalorian, and stuff. So they talk about their home planet, and he's like, "Oh, that's cursed." Everybody goes there, dies, and they're like, "No, not really. Don't believe what you heard." But, he goes through, and he's like, "You're not real Mandalorians," and he takes off, of course. And then he gets in more trouble, and they save him again. And he talks about how he has to get the child back to the Jedi. And they're like, "Well, we have information on the Jedi, but you're going to have to do stuff for us, in order to get that information." So he's like, "Okay, I'll help you guys out." And then they go and scout out an Imperial ship that is carrying tons of weapons. And they want to take it so they can arm themselves and try to take Mandalore back, the planet. And of course, the Mandalorian's like, "Well, All right, so they end up taking the ship back, and they give him the information. They tell him he's got to go to this planet, talk to this Jedi, and you will, you'll find what you seek for, reuniting this child with the Jedi. So he's like, okay, great, and then he leaves. So he's basically off on another adventure. Will he get to that planet before episode 5? Who knows? This is these are kind of like one-shot stories, so we'll have to wait and see, I think, to get a big reveal of who the Jedi is. They kind of they say it in the episode, but I don't want to spoil the people that are talked about in this episode, because this is a great episode. So again, the effects were great in this. Not only did they look good, but they fit the episode beautifully. Like the whole planet, the water, the boats. We get to see an AT-AT walker. It basically a crane lift the Razor out of the water because they didn't land right. Well, they had a rocky landing anyways. And the acting again was awesome in this. I mean, when you see who plays certain parts, it just blows your mind. Again, with the big reveals of the Mandalorians taking their helmets off and Baby Yoda getting eaten, I was just like, wow, dude, I can't take this episode anymore. It's so good. And this episode is Easter egg heavy. I mean, there are a ton of Easter eggs in this with plot-centric storytelling that, basically is a lot better. Again, they pick up the pace in this one. The whole episode is just fantastic. I'll give this at least an 8.5, 9 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what I do, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content each week. Thank you.